The world is facing the beginning of a new era. The unprecedented widening of global inequality, the predicament of climate change, and the ambivalent role of the technological revolution in the future of work point all to the unsustainability of the current pattern of development. The international community has put forward a roadmap in the form of 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development that reflects the urgency of these global challenges. Achieving its 17 goals requires that stakeholders commit to developing and consolidating instruments for their implementation. ECLAC is presenting an analytical framework that complements the 2030 Agenda based on a structural approach to development and from the perspective of the Latin American and Caribbean countries. ECLAC proposal is based on the concept of progressive structural change, which means a shift towards production activities and processes that have three characteristics. First, they are learning and innovation intensive. Second, they are linked to rapidly expanding markets, allowing production and employment growth rates to rise. And third, they promote infrastructure and the production of goods and services that take full account of the environmental challenges in order to decouple economic growth from carbon emissions. An environmental big push is needed for equality and to ensure sustainability of development. This transition will require a new set of institutions and political coalitions at global, regional, and national levels. The world requires governance to create global public goods, such as a new international financial system, climate security through the implementation of the Paris Agreement of 2015, improved trade and intellectual property rules, participation in the data revolution and the internet governance. Alongside, the regional contribution should reinforce a financial safety net, articulate fiscal policies, and capture productive foreign direct investment, designing together a facility for the transfer of technologies at low costs. More regional integration is needed, a single digital market, and a debt relief and resilience funds for countries of the Caribbean. Today, Latin America and the Caribbean has a unique opportunity to change its pattern of development. Our region faces the challenges of 2030 Agenda with a growth rate that is slower. But we must prioritize investment, especially in infrastructure, energy, and technological innovations that will halt together environmental degradation. Social policies to facilitate universal access to education and health and full employment based on higher productivity. Such policies will have a major impact on productivity, of course. Yet, productivity and the universalization of rights should go together. One is not sustainable without the other. We must create jobs, build local capacities to participate in the technological revolution and the generation of knowledge that focus on social inclusion and environmental protection. An ambitious and urgent agenda has emerged, centered on growth, sustainability, and equality. It is about moving from a culture of privilege to a culture of equality. I invite you at this 36th session of ECLAC to explore these paths, to be inspired, to join our debates in order to lay the foundations for a fair, decent, and egalitarian future for the people of our region and the next generations.